All right, what's up, y'all, and welcome to another 90 Day Fiance review. Okay, I've been, messing with the camera, so if it look a little weird, baby, I am so sorry. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So let's get right into it. Okay, let's get right into it because I took notes. You know me, I take notes. Okay, this episode, if I were to rate this episode out of a 5, I'd say this episode was probably like a 2.5 out of 5. Okay, they gave us not a lot. Everybody was pretty much going through the same thing, kind of, in this episode. I don't know. It wasn't that enthralling. Okay, until we got towards the end. That was a little, oh no. But to be honest, this whole 90 Day Fiance, like what it is today, it's not what it used to be. So like, like it's just not as engaging, not as dramatic. It's just the flair is not there no more. Get what I'm saying? But let's get into this review. Okay, so this is season 11, episode 6. Okay, it starts off with the fake throuple. I don't think I reviewed them in my last video, but honestly, who cares? I mean, if you care, I'll review them for you. But like, I don't too much care about them because like they're not real. It gives so fake. It gives so staged, and that's just what I don't like about reality TV. Okay, you're not about to make me sit here and watch like this like obviously fake shit. Like I know reality TV is not like all the way real, but like when it's like this, when you playing in my face, I just don't want to watch it no more. But I fast forward through their scenes a little bit, but not fast forward, but like I speed up their scenes. Like instead of like playing at regular speed, I speed it up to like 2 times. Like girl, because I just don't have the patience for it. But anyways, here we go. So the fake throuple. Okay, they start off by where they left off. They're pushing this girl Annie to reveal to her family what the fuck is going on, and it's just like I don't understand this, the push for this. Like, girl, you a grown ass woman. If this is what you want to do and you don't feel like telling your parents or whatnot, well, I think her parents are they've passed. But like, girl, you a grown ass woman. If you don't feel like telling your mama and your auntie, your folks about what the hell's going on, you ain't gotta tell them what's going on, So yeah. So they're pushing this girl to reveal her family. Imani brings up that her family, because keep in mind she's Middle Eastern. She's from Tunisia. Y'all remember what's that name? Azan and Nicole. Y'all remember Azan and Nicole? Ooh, that was like the good days of fucking 90 Day Fiance. But anyways, that's where he from, and she's from there too. So she brings up how her Middle Eastern family, right? They got the similar values. Okay, because Brenda was trying to explain that her family is like, they strict, they Catholic. Okay, they're not gonna really like understand this. Get what I'm saying? So Imani was like, yeah, my family got the same values and whatnot. And that's how she just left it off right there. But like, bitch, did you tell your family that this is how you rolling on TV? I mean, I'm sure they're gonna find out because it's on TV. But did you tell your family that this is how you rolling? Because like, where's the pressure to let you like tell your family, girl? Like, mind you, did you even tell your kids why you going to Mexico? Did y'all even tell the kids why y'all going to Mexico? If we really want to bring the families into it, let's bring the families into it. You're going to Mexico to munch on some cooch. Like, how else are we gonna, like, how else can we talk about this? Because like, honestly, I don't know. I just don't like how they pressuring her to like reveal what the fuck she doing in her adult life, and they get to like just carry on scot-free. But okay, cool. I really don't want this couple to be back, honestly. I just don't care for them. And yeah, so let me see what else I got for them, because I went scene by scene taking notes, so I gotta find them again when they popped up again. Let me see. Okay, so here they go. Okay, so they get to Annie's house. Okay, Annie's family's house, because it's her auntie, her sister-in-law, and her brother in there. I don't know if they were really her family, honestly. Like, the way TLC is rolling, I feel like they're actors or whatever. I don't know. The house gave Airbnb. Okay, I seen the little Jesus pieces on the wall. I don't know if like, granted, Mexico is a very Catholic. Are they Catholic? Correct me if I'm wrong, but like, I seen the Jesus pieces on the wall. I don't know if they like put them there last minute to like, you know, hype up the religion aspect of, you know, the all the things, but I don't know. I don't know. So they get to Annie's family's house, okay? And you know, they exchange flowers and hugs and kisses, right? And then they get straight right into it, okay? They get straight right into it, okay? She tells her aunt and, you know, the cousin and her sister-in-law straight up, like, this is what's going on. And, you know, like, they're in disbelief. They're not in disbelief. Because honestly, let's bring it back. Okay? So she tells them what's going on, like, hey, this is my man, I guess, because I'm using quotation marks because this is just all fake. Like, I don't know. This is what they're selling to us. But she says basically, this is my man, and then this is also my girl, and they're married, and you know, like, we just gonna like kick it. And like, you know, the brother, he's like, you know, if you like it, I love it, whatever. I really don't give two shits. And honestly, like, how else are you really supposed to respond to this? I thought it was gonna be more dramatic, because like, if you really want views like that, TLC, like, amp it up. These fake actors or whatever, they should have been giving me, like, you know, Mexican Tyler Perry, you know, TV show type acting, baby. Like, where's the telenovela act? Like, girl, I don't know. You can't tell me they weren't actors. I don't know. And then, like, you know, the aunt, okay, if that's her real aunt, she's basically like, yeah, you know, we religious and that, all that good stuff and whatnot, but you know, she was like, basically, if you like it, I love it. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead. And it's like, you know what? I don't really think they could really say so much, because I feel like, you know, after she revealed that fact that, you know, and you know, this wasn't on the show, but I feel like if this was real, like, her being a stripper and them knowing she's a stripper, like, I feel like they should have, they just see how she moves, like, she's liberal, okay, like, she like this is the lifestyle she's in. So I think that, you know, kind of contributed to them being so easygoing about it, because like, yeah, I don't know, I don't know how the Mexican families get down, but like, you know, the average Mexican family, you roll up in their house on that type of bullshit, bitch, I don't think they'd be so easygoing about it, but to each their own. Okay, next couple we gonna talk about is Sean and Aaliyah. Okay, Aaliyah got a new wig, y'all, and the bang is banging, not in a good way. It's thick. It's a thick wig, but you know, we gonna give Aaliyah grace because she's new to this. Okay, she's new to this, and she, like, you know, with a little time, with a little practice, she gonna get it together. I have faith in my girl Aaliyah. Okay, but the wig was giving American Girl doll. Like, I don't know. I was like, ooh, Aaliyah, girl, no. I know you did not wake up like, girl. You slept in her? Anyways. And the thing is, like, Aaliyah's real hair is beautiful. I'm not saying, like, you know, she's not supposed to be wearing wigs because, like, you know, I'm not on that type of timing. Like, oh, she's not supposed to be wearing wigs because, like, you know, natural hair is the best. But, like, natural hair is the best, not gonna lie. But, like, you know, like, if she want to wear a wig, she can wear a wig, no problem. I'm not stressing it, but I'm just saying it just gave American Girl doll. Anyways, yeah, her real hair, back to what I was saying, her real hair is actually, like, cute. Like, it's a, like, an afro. She got a little afro. And I understand, like, you're not trying to deal with that all the time. And that's why I keep my shit twisted up. Because, like, I just don't have the time to deal. Like, getting up, getting ready for work is one thing. And then, like, you gotta do your hair too. Like, I don't know. But you know, she gonna get it together. So she signs a prenup, okay? And this is the day of the wedding. And this is a theme I noticed on this episode, that like the couples are with each other before the day of the wedding. I thought that was like bad luck. Like, are y'all not sleeping? Like, granted, Aaliyah ain't got nobody here, you know. Joan and Greg, they did this, like, they were in each other's face the day before the wedding and then the day of the wedding. I'm like, do y'all not believe in bad luck no more? I don't know. Traditions? I don't know. I don't know. And granted, they don't have nobody here, okay? But at the same time, like, I don't know. I just feel like they could have just been posted up in a hotel room or something, you know? And then, like, day of the wedding, boom, let's get everything together. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe the girls aren't doing that no more, but me, I don't want to see my man before the day before the wedding. No, we keeping that tradition. Okay, okay. So, yeah. So, she signs the prenup, okay? After, you know, I don't think she fussed about it. Did she fuss about it? Not too much. She didn't do too much about the prenup. She just signed it. But anyways, so she goes off to go get ready with Sean's friend. I don't know her name, but she got like the Squidward hips. Okay, let me not be rude. I'm being rude. Stop it. But she has Squidward hips. I don't know. Child. Okay, so she goes off with Sean's friend to go get ready. They're in a Airbnb, like a big ass house, and I'm like, are y'all coming back here after the wedding? I don't know, but they're in the house and she's getting ready. Amongst all this, Sean's mom, okay, after he did her hair, she go and fall in the kitchen and sprain her ankle, just get banged up. Like, girl, you could have did this any other time, but glad she's okay. Glad she's okay. Love Sean's mom. She seems real. Okay, so there's that. So the wedding is at 5 p.m. Okay, what else do we have for Sean? Let me check my notes. Sean and Aaliyah. Okay, so the wedding is at 5. Okay. Oh no, it's Shekinah. Hold on. So Sean and Aaliyah. Okay, so Aaliyah's getting ready. Okay, that scene where she came out in her cornrows, girl, who did your cornrows? Because they were looking fly as hell. I'm like, Aaliyah, who did these cornrows? Was this you? Her braid down was nice. Okay, it was giving cute. Okay, she said no old braid down under this fucking wig, bitch. I know that's right, Aaliyah. So she started getting ready. Okay, and then the wedding is at 5. Keep in mind, she left the house probably 2 hours. Not even. I'm not gonna say 2 hours, but she left the house probably 3-4 hours before 5. I think. I feel like shit like that, you gotta start getting ready by 7 a.m. Get what I'm saying? Ain't no way. It's certain things you just don't be late for. But at the same time, I've never been to a wedding where the bride was on time. Never. The bride's a little late. And you gotta make room for that. You gotta understand that. But in this episode, she was mad late. A girl, 2 hours? Aaliyah, no. It gets disrespectful at a point. Because these people want to go home. They want to have drinks. They want to go eat. And they want to bounce. Girl, they're not trying to be outside at this wedding. But let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Okay, so she started getting ready. She doing her makeup, and it takes her a long time, to get ready. Of course, she ain't got no help. She ain't got no makeup artist. She ain't got no hairstylist. And Sean's friend is really not helping her. Maybe she just didn't want the help. I don't know, but she didn't look like she was trying to help her. She was just sitting around and telling her, "Oh, we got so and so much time to go. We got 30 minutes to go. We got 25 minutes to go. We got 3 hours." Girl, pick up a brush and help me blend this shit. The fuck, why is you here? But anyways, that's besides the point. While she's getting ready, Sean's friend pops in and she tells her, "Oh, Sean's mom fell right after we left or whatever." And I feel not for nothing, I don't mean to sound insensitive, but that news could have waited. You don't go to nobody doing their makeup and tell them some devastating, some sad ass news like that. I just feel the mom's okay. We could have waited until after we got to the venue and then explain hey, mama fell in the kitchen and she sprained her ankle. I understand if it was okay, mama sprained her ankle, busted her hip, hit her head on the counter, and now she's in the hospital in a coma. Okay, then you could tell her because that's kind of time sensitive. But you ain't had to tell her that while she was doing her makeup, because now she's crying. She possibly got to do her makeup again. And that's gonna set us back another like 20, 30, 40 minutes. Get what I'm saying? Like, don't tell me no devastating news while I'm doing my makeup. Like, no. No. Okay, so everybody's outside at this wedding. Sean's ready, the dog's ready, everybody ready. And you know, like, it's an outside wedding. Girl, I do not like outside weddings. I don't like them at all. I don't like outside nothing. I don't like outside dining, outside weddings. I don't like being outside, period. Like, I don't. Okay, so everybody's like looking around like, what the fuck? Like, it's hot. And like, I feel like with an outside wedding, that's like what you gotta expect, baby. I don't know. Where was I at? The wedding dress. Okay, so she goes, this one made me mad. Okay. Aaliyah, I love you, girl, but that wedding dress, you tried it. Who bought it? Whose idea was, girl, if you like it, I love it, but like, girl, no. No. Aaliyah, this wedding dress was it a turd? It was a turd. Because it was giving figure skater. It was giving figure skater down. And it's like, okay, it's like sheer lace, but it's barely like any decorations. Like, it wasn't fitting in the right places. It was very bare. A couple feathers here and there. Bitch, you got me fucked up everywhere. Like, I don't know. It was so bad. Like, I don't know. I just was not feeling it. It was giving figure skater, okay. It was like it was so sheer. Like, she had to wear white panties. And like, I was like, are we not at a wedding? I feel like, okay, like, I've seen like whorish wedding dresses, and like, even then they're still cute. Get what I'm saying? They got an element of cuteness. This was giving tacky. Like, did you just pick the first one you tried on? Like, I don't know. It was so tacky. It was like, you've seen the white underwear, and I'm just not a fan of that. Okay, sheer anything, and then like underwear underneath. Like, where it's a time and place. I feel like I'm gonna sound like a prude, but like, lingerie, that's like lingerie. I don't know. Maybe it was a chop. So the people are still outside. It's 2 hours later, and like, you know, like, they're pretty much saying like, fuck this shit, including Sean. Okay, Sean storms off. Sean was like, yeah, fuck this shit. And then the previews for next week, Aaliyah's at the stairs. She just now about to like walk down the aisle, and Sean is like storming the fuck off. He do not give a fuck. Sean's friend was like, I like your jacket, whatever. I like your outfit. And he was like, yeah, you could watch it ride out into the sunset, cause bitch, fuck both of y'all. So he didn't say it like that, but you know, basically that's what it was. And I feel like, damn, like, do y'all get the money back? I don't know, cause like, I don't know, they were behind schedule, so like, I'm assuming money wise, like, that's, yeah, they lost a couple dollars. Anyways, next couple we got Shekinah and Sarper. So these weirdos, they're so weird. I don't know. And then Sarper, I didn't think I'd like end up liking Sarper, but Sarper is hilarious at times. He's one of them people that are unintentionally funny. Like, when he tries to be funny, it ain't funny. But like, unintentionally, like, the shit he says and does, that should be funny as hell. Okay, so it starts out, Sarper was fake sleeping in bed. I don't know if y'all caught that, but like, the camera was on him, and like, he pulled one of these, like, he closed his eyes right back, and she kind of came up to him with a cup of coffee, and, you know, I guess woke him up, and he, like, you know, it was just so fake. Like, if you were awake, just be awake. That's what I don't understand. But anyways, so they start talking about the prenup, because in the last episode, that's where they left off. The prenup was brought up by one of her friends, and like, she just let it be. Like, that's the thing I don't like. Okay, shit like that, your friends ain't got no business in it. Okay, that's not something that needs to be discussed in front of all your friends. Okay, because like, Sarper was getting jumped. Okay, so anyways, he explains that we get an explanation where like, no, he goes out into the balcony and starts talking to his family, right? Okay, and then like he goes, into his past and reveals that he has been married before. Like, maybe, okay, I understand they've probably been on the show since before this season, but like I wasn't really watching 90 Day Fiancé. Like, I really just jumped back in to see what the hell was going on, and the show is still trash, but we're reviewing it, okay? So he reveals that he's been married before, and y'all probably already knew this from watching like the seasons that they were on before. But yeah, so he reveals that he was married at 31, and when he got married, okay, his ex-wife, she immediately changed as soon as they signed them papers. That's what he said, okay? So I'm looking at this like, Sarper, that should be even more of a reason for you to want to sign this prenup, because you can see how fast people change and how quickly people change. And like, it's not to jinx your marriage or whatever, but if you could see if that happened before, okay, not to say like it's gonna happen again, but like just in case, that's all the reason why you should sign a prenup. That's just how I see it, but to each their own. Anyway, so let's talk about the weight loss clause that he wanted to add to the prenup in the last episode. So I did some digging, y'all. Like when I watch a TV show, when you watch a movie, like you look up the people on the movie and TV show. So I'm looking up, all these people. Sarper used to be a little thickums. Like, Sarper used to be fat, a little tubby, and there's nothing wrong with that, okay? But like, he's built now, no problem. But like, it goes to show you, ain't nobody more fat phobic than ex-fat people. Like, what the fuck you mean? Okay, yeah, you weigh 128 pounds, but if you gain each pound you gain over that, you gonna have to pay me $1,000. Like, girl, Sarper, you hypocritical for that. But anyways, okay. What else? Look through my notes. What else I got for them? Okay, so so the next day, okay, Shekinah is packing, okay, to go to the wedding venue. They should be packing to go to the wedding venue, okay? Keep in mind that the wedding is the next day. What do you mean? She mentions that she hasn't seen, they're going to the wedding venue for the first time. Like, I couldn't understand that. Like, so you mean to tell me you didn't see the wedding venue, the place where you're going to get married at all? You're going to go see it the day before the wedding? Like, I don't understand that. If I'm misinterpreting this, if I heard this wrong, maybe that's on me. Let me know in the comments. But like, the fuck? Anyway, so she's packing, okay? And she's like, Sarper is missing. I can't find him. He stormed out. So she explained that he spilled coffee grounds, right? And got mad at her for some reason because he spilled the coffee grounds. And instead of like, having some kind of emotional regulation, some like emotional IQ about it, he storms off, okay? So he got mad at her because he spilled coffee grounds his own damn self and left. Maybe she's not explaining the whole story, I don't know, but like based off that, I'm like, what the fuck? But Sarper is like meat-headed like that. He's like, he'll give you one of them moments, girl. Like, oh, child. Anyways, so she explains to the producers, let me drink some water because she explains to the producers sorry that, okay, she got an AirTag on his keychain, and she's like, I put it on there in case he were to lose his keys. And the producer goes and asks her, girl, we not buying it. Like, why did you really put that AirTag on his keychain? And she kind of explains that, oh, okay, fine, he won't share his location with me, and I find that shady. So because of that, I put the AirTag on his keychain. And, like, really told him it was for his own benefit. I feel like that's weird as hell. I don't know. Y'all out there, are y'all sharing locations with your partners? I don't know. Because I feel like if you don't want to share his location, he don't want to share his location. The fuck? Like, I never understood that. Like, what's that supposed to stop? What the hell? And I just, that's so weird. I don't think I'd like to be tracked all damn day. And I don't do nothing nefarious really. But I wouldn't want to be tracked all damn day. Like, hello? Hello, it's either you trust me or you don't. Get what I'm saying? I don't know. They ain't got no business getting married. But anyways, y'all letting y'all partners track y'all all over the world. Yeah. I don't know. I understand like the safety aspect of it, but like, no, it's okay. It's okay. So she tracks him down to the coffee shop down the road, and Sarper's in there. Okay, he's panicking. He's pacing back and forth. Shook mannequin overseas church Vatican. Anyways, Let me stop. Okay, so I don't even think I said it right, but y'all know what song I'm trying to refer to. Anyways, so he pacing in the coffee shop, right? And like, you know, he got cold feet basically. Shekinah's like, what the fuck is you doing up here, right? And he over here like balling up his wired headphones. I haven't seen wired headphones in years. I was like, where the fuck you find wired headphones at, Sarper? What the hell? But anyways, he explains to her that like, yeah, I got cold feet. I don't know if I want to do this. And that's where their storyline ends. And they pick up next week, I guess. So yeah, next couple on the list. Let me see. Jessica and Juan, child. So Jessica and Juan, right? They go to a rental house in Colorado, okay? I think this is 2 days before the marriage. And this is another couple that's all up in each other's face right before their wedding. I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, Jessica and Juan go to Colorado to a house because they're going to stay there after the wedding, whatever. And I think the wedding is in Colorado because Wyoming ain't really got shit. But I don't know. That wasn't the actual reason. I'm just saying that. But Wyoming don't got shit anyways. Sorry, Wyoming. If you live in Wyoming, I am so sorry. Anyways, they go to a wedding, the rental house, okay? And then also her house don't have no doors, so maybe that's why too, because, you know, they wanted to consummate marriage, but they can't really do it because she ain't got no door on her bedroom. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, what kind of weird ass shit is there? Juan's people is coming. Juan got people here, okay? Juan is good. Juan is like, I got people coming from New York. I got people coming from, well, he ain't got everybody here. He got people come from Spain, all that. So, you know, he excited. You know, I love that. I love when like the foreign partner has like people here that they could rely on. Like, they're not all the way alone. Get what I'm saying? So yeah. So they go to Clink Glasses, right? You know, they welcome the family in. They go to Clink Glasses, and this girl, she goes bebiendo and clinks the glass. What she meant to say was bienvenidos, okay? So part of the storyline is that Jessica is refusing to learn any Spanish, and that's what they really delved into. So they correct her, and they're like, no bitch, it's bienvenidos. And then they clink the glasses and whatnot, okay? So they hosting the guests. They ain't got no food, y'all. They ain't got no food. You're hosting these people, and you mean to tell me that they ain't got no food? Like, no, not a charcuterie plate, nothing. No bread, no cheese. Megan, you know, Jessica raggedy ass friend, I'm so sorry, but like, she just, I don't know, I like that lady. Jessica friend Megan goes to say, oh no, we got a little bit of fruit, just a little bit. Bitch, what? See, this is the shit I don't like. This is the stupid shit I don't like. I just don't have the patience for it. Like, and then she was like, yeah, I guess we gotta go buy some. No, bitch. See, me, I would have picked my bag up. I would have left. Because what the fuck? What are we really here for? You get what I'm saying? And then Juan gonna just leave him in there. That his aunt, uncle, and his cousin, and like his other cousin, I don't know. He gonna leave his family there and leave with one of his cousins and go to the bar. I'm over here thinking, oh yeah, you know, he gonna get some food for them. They go down to the bar. They go down to the bar and play darts. So, you know, Juan is talking to his cousin. He's like, yeah, my girl don't want to learn no fucking Spanish. I really want my child to learn Spanish and this, that, and the third. His cousin explains, yeah, my kids know Spanish because I speak to them in Spanish 100% of the time when they get home. You know, English, that's for like, you know, outside this house when you go to school and whatnot. But in this house, yeah, it's Spanish all day, every day, you know. And Juan wants that for his kid, understandably, you know. So yeah. So he's like, you know what? If this girl don't learn Spanish, if she's not, you know, willing to learn Spanish, then I can't get married to her. Mind you, the wedding is in 2 days. Okay. So he's like, yeah, she gotta agree to learn Spanish or we can't do this. Okay. Let me see what else I got for them. Good morning, Jessica. So yeah, okay, so their next scene, all right. Juan pulls Jessica to the side, okay, and explains to her that he wants his son, David, to learn Spanish, like to know Spanish, to learn his culture, not just the American side, okay? Jessica's not having, you could look at Jessica's face. She don't give a fuck about none of the shit Juan is saying. I'm like, girl, like, the fuck? You know? She explains to him that basically she was too busy to learn Spanish. And here's the thing, I just feel like that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. Like, if y'all get married to somebody who's from another country, y'all don't think y'all are supposed to learn their language? Or like, I don't know. Explain to me. I feel like if you get married to somebody in another country, you definitely got to learn their language. But that's just me. Maybe. That's just me. That's just me. It's a respect thing. Get what I'm saying? I don't know. So he lets her know that, like, hey, you got to learn some Spanish. You got to agree to learn some Spanish or else I can't get married to your ass, okay? She was like, no. Well, you know, like, I've been busy with kids. And here she's doing the whole mom thing. Like, I understand you're a mom, but your whole life doesn't revolve around just being a mom. Get what I'm saying? Like, I want all moms to know that. Like, you're not just a fucking mom. Like, you're a person too. And you have to have a life outside being a mom. Like, you can't pull that excuse out your ass and just think that absolves you from, you know, learning about your partner's culture. Because not for nothing, you chose to be you're choosing to be in a relationship, okay? You didn't have to be in a relationship with Juan. You could have been had the baby. And honestly speaking, I feel like the main reason why Juan is even entertaining getting married to this lady is because they got a baby together. Other than that, Juan would have never talked to her ever again, really, after she got her ass off that cruise. Get what I'm saying? But what was I saying? But yeah, Jessica, you chose to be in a relationship. You did not have to be in a relationship with Juan. And part of being in a relationship is learning your partner in a relationship like that specifically. Like is it interracial, intercultural, international? I don't know. A relationship like that where you are with somebody from a foreign country, you got to learn their, you know, their culture. That's just it. You got to because relationships are not easy. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make effort to learn their language, their way of doing things, their way of dressing. You got to make effort to do that. Okay? It's not just, oh, he got to learn American culture. No, this is who you decided to be in a relationship with, Jessica. Show some respect. I don't know. That just did not rub me the right way. Like, her face, it was just like she did not care what this man was saying. Juan, baby, it's okay. It's okay. I don't think we're going to call you a deadbeat. I don't think... If you leave Juan, I don't think we could call you a deadbeat because, like, you really trying, okay? If it was me, baby, I would have been on that cruise ship, okay? You are getting your child support, and that's it. That's it. I'll come, you know, bring my baby every once in a while, and we could just chill. This lady doing? Okay, anyways, so let's see who else is on the docket. Okay, Mark and Nina. Mina is crying again, y'all. Mina is devastated. So, I guess, I don't know who that lady is. Is it her cousin? It's not her sister. Her friend from France. She stay in the house, and she agrees to watch the baby. What's her name? Maria. She agrees to watch the baby and whatnot. They talking about the bread in America and shit like that. They're like, bread in America whack. You know, ciabatta bread, this, that, and the third. I don't know. So she decides to leave the baby with the friend and go to the venue with Mark and check it out, and then, like, you know, sign off on the papers to get married and whatnot. Let's bring it back a little bit. Mina, this wig, you know, they say hard wig, soft life, and you know, we're seeing that. We are seeing that, okay? But the way this wig was tied back, it was giving hat. It was giving hat. It looked like she picked it up. Did she even ever take it off? I don't know. Mina gives me, oh, she's sleeping her wig. It was giving, oh, she picked it up and just went bloop. Like, oh girl, no, Mina, I want you to get it together, but I'll give you grace. Just like Aaliyah, with some money, when that second, like, girl, if you're on for a second season, when that second season check hits, yeah, I'll give you grace. Maybe you'll step it up, because the beady beads were showing in the back, and it's like, hard wig, soft life. Hard wig, soft life. So I'll let you live, Mina. I'll let you live. Okay, so they get to the venue and check it out. Mina is she's waiting for a call from France to let her know if her son will be able to come over for in time for the wedding. Okay, so she's waiting for that call. They're going to check out the venue. Okay, it's a cute little venue. Was it outside? They're planning on an outside wedding. I hate outside weddings. Ooh, girl. But anyways, so they check it out. It's a cute place or whatnot. All right, so the lady that's showing them the venue, right? She puts the paper down, and, like, you know, the camera got on the paper a little bit. I saw 15K. I saw 15K. Mark, you gonna put 15K down for this wedding? You bankrolling like that? I mean, we should know Mark bankrolling like that, but, you know, like, 15K. Ooh, baby. You just gonna sign it like that? Hand over the credit card? Oh, girl, Mina, you are good. Okay. Anyways. So she get a call, you know, amongst all this, right? She's like, hey, basically, kids, keep in mind, like, she was like, if my son cannot come to this wedding, I'm not getting married. I said, I know that's right, Mina. But at the same time, I'm like, you know, life, it just don't work out the way it's supposed to work out sometimes. We miss certain events, certain things, you know, certain things are out of our control. Mina, go ahead and get married to that man. You know, I feel so bad for Clayton, because, like, he want to be with his mom too. Like, I don't know. This is a sad situation, but I feel like we could video chat him real quick, because she get the call. She find out that Clayton's not, you know, he's not going to be able to come through for the wedding. You know, his passport didn't get cleared for the wedding or some shit like that. It didn't get cleared in time for him to fly to the U.S. And, you know, the lady on the phone, was it his sister? I think it was the sister. She was like, yeah, he got his bags packed and everything. He's thinking he's going to go down to the U.S. I'm like, oh my gosh. It was just so sad. It was just so sad. But I'm like, Mina, you could still marry that man. Okay, just explain it later on. And not for nothing, like, maybe have another ceremony when he gets here. I don't know. But anyways, Mina starts crying again. Mina is crying. Every episode Mina has been on, she cries. I'm tired of seeing Mina cry, but in this situation, I understand why she's crying, so I'll give her a break. Mina just cried. She cried in the next episode too. I think. Yeah, because in the preview she was crying. Girl, ooh. Then the first episode she goes through without crying. The next episode she goes through without crying. Like, baby, we got to throw a party or something, because she just going through it. Okay? So she storms off and she's like, yeah, I don't want to get married no more. And right, you know, I understand, because, like, baby, what you mean both my babies can't be here, see me get married? It is what it is. I don't know. She gonna marry that man. I think so. I think she gonna go ahead and go marry the man. What's his name? Mark. Anyways, next couple we got on the list is Joan and Greg. Joan and Greg, I love their scenes this season. Not this season, but this episode. They gave us something to watch. It was entertaining. Okay. So, Joan, okay. I know I said it in the last review, but like, let's give it up for Joan taking out them faux locks. I hated them so much. Like, please. She took out the faux locks. They're just so bulky. Like, I just hated the way they're installed. But anyways. Greg rents a house, okay? Because he not trying to go back to his mama's house after, the wedding's all said and done. He wants to consummate the marriage, run around the house butt naked, do the things that married people do. And he's not trying to go back to his mama's house right after the wedding. So he rents a house that they could go to after the wedding and for a few days and whatnot, do the things they do. So he sets up a Ugandan themed dinner. And I feel like that was so nice of him. Like, wow, he's attentive. Greg, although a mama's boy, he's very attentive. I'll give him points for that. Like, wow, Greg. He really did good this episode. Kind of, okay. So he and Joan get dressed up for this dinner rehearsal. Dinner rehearsal. I don't know what it was. They get dressed up, and they gonna meet the family or the people coming to the wedding. So they get dressed up in Ugandan themed gear. Okay, Joan looks amazing. Joan looks stunning. Okay, her dress, I feel like that should have been the wedding dress, because not for nothing, that wedding dress she chose, yeah, that's a chop. That's all the way a chop. I did not like it, but anyways, if she like it, I love it. She's dressed in like a white golden, like, it was form-fitting a little bit, it was really nice. I feel like, damn, that shit was like, girl, Joan, you look great. You look good, girl. So Greg comes out looking like Hakeem the African Dream. And like, not for nothing, Hakeem the African Dream, he wasn't really African. I think he was white too. That was a white man. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Okay, if you don't watch WWE, look up Hakeem the African Dream, and you'll see. Okay, Greg mom come over. There's food and stuff all over the place. The guests are coming in. Okay, they got Ugandan food out, and Greg mom come over, and she's poking at the food, asking, "What's this? What's that? What's this? What's that?" Just being like irritating. Like, girl, why'd you even come? But anyways. So she's poking at the food. She's like, "What's this in the food? What kind of meat is this?" Girl, if you don't eat it, eat it. If you're not, just don't eat it. I just feel like the way she was carrying on was a little disrespectful. Okay? A little culturally insensitive. Get what I'm saying? And then not for that, nothing, but she was standing over the food and she was speaking over the food like a little too much. Like, I don't know. But like me, I just don't like when people are standing over food and they're speaking, because when you speak, you don't, like, it's naturally, you might spit up a little bit. She was just speaking over the food a little too much. She was doing too much. Okay, your hair, not like, girl, her hair might have fallen in the food. She was just over the food doing too much. I'm like, girl, if you're not gonna get none of it, like, girl, cover it up in the foil and move the fuck on. Go get some pretzels that we put out or whatever. Like, it was just too much. It was too much. So Greg brings everybody to the backyard, okay? And it's African drummers, Ugandan drummers. I don't know if they're Ugandan, but like, it's drummers in the backyard, and they really got down. Joan was dancing and whatnot. Nobody else was dancing. I don't think anybody else was dancing. I'm like, oh, that's whack. But anyways, Joan was getting her life, honey. Okay, she was like, finally a little piece of home, child. This is how we get down. Okay. Oh, what else I got for them? So the day of the wedding, right? They're in bed together, and that's what I was back to what I was saying. Like, why are y'all together the day before the wedding, the day of the wedding? Like, y'all not supposed to be seeing each other, but like, if y'all don't want to go with that tradition, whatever. Cool. So Joan was like, "Yeah, I'm about to go to the salon, get ready for this wedding or whatnot." And I'm like, "Joan, you brave as hell." You brave as hell. Cause I don't know how they do in Uganda, but like here in America, these hairstylists, these nail techs, they ain't shit. They ain't shit. They'll leave you hanging high and dry. There's a high probability that they will leave you high and dry the day of your special event. Uh, me, I would have got my shit done about 2-3 days in advance, and probably had like another hairstylist. You know, just on standby just to do my hair. Cause girl, you was playing with fire. You was playing with fire. Okay. So Greg, okay, he reveals to his mom that he got the arrival time and then the start time of the actual wedding mixed up, okay? Basically, he said the arrival time and the start time was 6:30. That's what was put down on the invitation. That's was put down on the itinerary. He was like, we can't change it because they're gonna fine us. They're gonna give us, they're gonna make us pay extra if we change it last minute. Okay, so basically, everybody will be coming in while they're standing there exchanging their vows or whatnot. I'm like, baby, you better get to making some calls. Tell everybody to come in at 5 or something. Get what I'm saying? So yeah, and that's pretty much it. That's all I got. That's all I got. That was my review for 90 Day Fiance. It was an okay episode. A little bit below okay. Okay, I feel like next week's episode, that's gonna be like the episode. It's gonna be better than this one. I feel like. I don't know. But anyways, that was my review. Let me know what you feel or whatnot. Let me know what y'all thought about the episode. And yeah, we'll talk about it down below. Toodles.